Good afternoon, good morning, good night. Who knows? Good evening. So, who do you think is more pretty or gorgeous, Beyonce or Rihanna? Think about it. I want you to think about it. You got it? You got it in your head? You don't got it in your head? No matter. We'll move on. The point is, they're both gorgeous and pretty in their own ways. And then in those ways, what are those ways to you? Why is Rihanna more pretty than Beyonce? If you answered, why is Beyonce more pretty than Rihanna? You answered. What gives them these super qualifying beauty features? Today, tonight, tomorrow, yesterday, we're gonna be talking about beauty standards and how they're whack. They're whack. They're a couple other words that aren't school friendly. Um, they're not good. They're not good. Mm-hmm. Um, so they're so outdated. Like the Hollywood beauty standard, I guess you could call it. It's like a white, blonde, skinny, medium tall, like five, 5'9", I guess. I guess that is tall for women. Or medium tall. I think 5'9" is pretty much medium tall. White blonde woman that's skinny. It's like the Hollywood beauty standard. If you're a white, skinny, blonde, 5'9" woman with at least like the basics, like the basics of acting or modeling or whatever, you have a chance. You have a higher chance of making it. I guess that'd be kind of like that would work into white privilege. It would. It definitely would, and that's part. It affects beauty standards in a way, but they're the worst because nobody wants to. These filming companies and these entertainment companies like Netflix or Disney or whatever, they do have some diverse characters. They do have some colored actors, some people of colored actors, but for the most part, they're just switching out the orientation of like a couple 7 different white people. Angela Jolie, she's kind of old now, and because of that, she paid buck. She's expensive, so she's not allowed. She's not allowed at 2 movies, but she's not in a lot of movies. But when she was younger, she was, and the beauty standards were a lot more, I think, influential then than they are now. But these beauty standards don't mean that you, however you look, however you perceive yourself, that you cannot make it. That is why beauty standards are whack, terrible, bad, disgusting. So many words to describe how they're utterly terrible. I said terrible already. But regardless of that, they don't, just because let's say you're short, right? You're a short, pretty person. Whatever you identify as. You're a short, pretty person, and you want to model. And you're like, oh, short people can't model. Yeah, they can. Put your effort into it, and you do good. You will become a model. Don't give up on your hopes. Beauty standards, they're really whack. Like they're so whack. Like beauty is something so impure to like, why would you try to put a standard or a stamp or an expiration date or why would you try to contain something so impure and so so immense, so everlasting? Beauty is not defined by one word. Beauty is not defined by one person. So why have beauty standards surrounded around one person or demographic? Because they're whack. That's why. So don't condone yourself to try to appeal to the beauty standards. Don't try to get that hourglass shape. If you want it, if you truly want it, you can go after it. But if you just want it because you believe it's the beauty standards, if you believe that you'll get more people to like you because of it, you don't really want it. You just want it because of the beauty standard. And I just told you, the beauty standards are whack. They're so whack. They're lame. They're trash. hourglass shape, whatever. You don't need it to look beautiful, to look gorgeous. You don't need it. If you want it, if you truly want it for whatever personal reason, that's your personal reason. But you don't really need it. You don't. You don't. You can do what you want. Beauty is impure. It's imperfect. There's no, this person is beautiful. This person is not beautiful. You know, everything is just it's just beauty is something that you cannot hold down. It's not something beauty standards try to hold that down. Beauty standards they try to control and tell us what is and what isn't beauty. But that isn't the truth. You know, I've read so many articles about how nowadays models are they're transforming the beauty industry and how beauty standards are perceived. I forgot her name, but there's a model. She has, it's a condition. It starts with a V. I cannot pronounce it, but I think you know what I'm talking about. She has like different toned skin. You know, before that, the beauty standard like, no, that is no, get that out of here, get that out of here. But because she's a runway model and she has broken that beauty standard and she is now giving other people hope and love and just showing that beauty standards are truly whack. Okay, so you don't have to believe in them. You don't have to. They're whack. I said that so many times now. They're not good. They're not good. They are not good. They just hurt us. They hurt us. There was this one article. It's on a website called Girls Empowerment. And it was about how beauty standards, they cause females, women, young females to get body dysphoria, to lower their self-esteem. It causes them to get disordered eating and just so many unhealthy conditions these beauty standards do. They really have negative effects. You might be saying, oh, it's just a beauty standard, okay. No, but they really can hurt a person. They can give a person that depression because they're like, oh, I'm not a white, skinny, blonde, medium tall person. I cannot make it in the world. No, that's not it. You are you. You are beautiful. Beauty standards cannot hold that down. You are perfect. You're not perfect. I'm not perfect. Nobody's perfect because beauty is imperfect. So about the article I was telling you about, it says right here that young girls, they see these beauty standards, they see these women, and they develop these unhealthy conditions, these unhealthy messages. They think they need thigh gaps or a flat stomach, and it develops into eating disorders. It develops into depression. It's completely unhealthy, and they see these things all over social media, in the movies and TV, because filming companies, entertainment companies, they're using it less, and they're going outside of it, but they're still letting these beauty standards influence their choices on who should be an actor, who should be a model, who's this, who's that. They don't do it all the time. They like to switch it up a little bit, so you're like, oh, you only like white skinny girls, don't you? No, look at this healthy, overweight, middle-aged black lady. See, I don't just like white skinny young ladies. What are you talking about? And then it's like, oh yeah, they're right. But they still condone it, and sometimes they still condone it. Not all companies, but they do. They situate their reasonings and let it influence them. Maybe not a lot, like in earlier years, like early 2000s, 1900s, but they do still have an effect on it. Yes. This has been my TED Talk. It is a short TED Talk, but that's just because I don't want to waste your time. I'm just here to tell you, beauty standards are indeed whack. Whack as, I can't say that word, but you know. You have a nice day. You are a beautiful, imperfect being. Yeah.